We're rolling. Jeff Phoebus here, and joined by Kelvin head track and field coach Bret Otte, who has led the Kelvin track and field programs. This is actually the combined 8th and 9th MIAA title in your tenure, or titles in your tenure, and won both in pretty convincing fashion. Let's talk a little bit about the men's first, because I think on the men's, you know, you and I and everybody else had computed it being much closer than what the final score ended up being. What were the factors in you guys pulling away by a pretty comfortable margin?
I think while the track did very well, not to take anything away from the athletes that were on the track, I felt the field events really made the day for us. The throwers came up really big, the long jump, triple jump, high jump, all those types of field events really came together, they gelled, and that made the win look a little bit bigger than it actually was. On the track, it was kind of a toss-up. I thought the league was very strong. Certainly not a 1 or 2 horse race. A very full competitive schedule throughout all the events, and the schools represented very well.
Individually, I mean, there's so many people that contributed, but you know, one of the guys that I think you have to mention is Eric Holstig, who was in so many different events, and I think kind of pulled a surprise today in winning the men's triple jump, second in the long jump, won the 110 high hurdles. He placed in the 200 meters, led off your 4x1. I mean, he sold popcorn, he did everything. Talk about the effort that guy put in.
You know, Eric is, I always have to kind of talk Eric out of doing more events, and I think this time he realized that was his limit, but did great. Asked him to triple jump, sure, I'll do triple jump. Asked him to high jump, yep, I'll show up and do some high jump. Well, the only thing we haven't asked him to do today was throw, and just a tremendous effort. He was disappointed in what he produced in the final of the 200. I let him know, my goodness gracious, that was your last event and you were done. So he did a great job. His parents should be very proud. Grandparents, the whole Holsteg clan should just really applaud this young man and his effort. He's carrying on the family name and legacy really well.
Yeah, and then finally on the men's side, I just thought real good senior leadership all the way around. You know, Gabe Gunnick really stepped in the 10K last
Second
night
place.
in terrible weather conditions, and you know, your throwers like Andrew Dykstra, Ben DeWall, Malafite adding a lot of energy.
Absolutely.
That was key to driving this team, wasn't it?
I couldn't agree more. We've kind of lacked that upper end leadership, and this group of guys really came together. You know, it was one of those competitions where, oh man, we dropped maybe a first place, but oh, look what just came up behind in that 6th, 7th spot. You know, so when we look at the event as a whole, we come up with the same number of points. Or maybe we drop a couple in this event. Well, here comes the other event charging through, backing up their teammates. And I don't think you can do that when you have a group of selfish people. It's better done with selfless people.
Move over to the women's side here, and you guys extend the longest active championship conference championship streak in the MIAA in women's athletics history, and it goes all the way back to the late 1980s. And again, you had contributions from a variety of sources, a variety of events. That was I know you were very pleased with how the women performed. So many people stepped up, and sometimes it was younger athletes that gave you some nice performances. Talk about that.
I think we have a great group of sophomores and freshman women, but without leadership from the juniors and seniors, I think they'd be a little lost. But because they've come together so well as a team, they just get it. You know, they kind of come together, they support one another. I had women say, you know what, Coach, you need me to run the 400 and the 200 rather than my favorite 100 and 200? I'll do it. I'll do it if that's going to help the team. Another gal who, you know, has worked very hard is a junior. We said, you know, I think we got you tabbed for the 4x4. Okay, I'm in. Well, one of our seniors said, I'm good to go, and she said, take it. I'm here for the team. That speaks volumes. When we're not concerned about our own stats, when we are looking out for one another, trying to come up with the best strategy as a team. I think we have arrived at that performing stage as a team.
Yeah, and you've got a few seniors that are high on national lists now. You know, Nicole Mitchmerheisen set an MIAA record in the 10K. She's way up there in the 10 and the 5. Hillary Banning's up there in the triple jump and won the triple and the long jump this weekend. And then Julie Busker, I think now is sitting around 13th, 14th on the 200 meters. She won both sprint titles, 100 and 200. Boy, it's nice to have seniors like that that can really lead the team in the track, isn't it?
Tremendous. And, you know, there's just a whole host of kids just waiting in the wings to come charging forward. The freshman distance gals did a great job. We've got sophomores and freshmen in the jumps. Again, Jeff, you've hit it dead on. You watch the meet. You're seeing what we're seeing. Those senior girls are leading the charge, and just the momentum, just the what they leave in their wake just kind of draws people in, and they get carried along with the excitement.
Well, congratulations. 2 MIAA titles. It's not an easy thing, not something to take for granted.
No,
and
certainly not.
It was a great effort these past 2 days. Congrats
Absolutely.
again.
Thank you.